Welcome, one and all. All right, can you guys hear me? Need to make sure my new microphone is working because I'm not seeing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yes, we're good. Thank you. I'm on theme today. So, welcome, one and all, to Super Saturday. Instead of Super Amazing Wagon Adventure, we are playing. No, I forgot lipstick. So sorry. And honestly, lipstick always gets mussed when you're riding a horse. So, wanted. We are going to start a new game. You threw me off. You threw me off my intro. Okay, so let's do the intro properly. Okay, so welcome, one and all. I am your host, Misa Lisa, and this is Super Saturday. Today we are playing West of Loathing. We are going to embrace the chaos of this game. So please, anytime a choice comes up, chime in on chat. I will use all of your guys' suggestions and opinions and choices to influence the utter and glorious chaos that is this game. So, we have a character. Should we go guy or girl? Do we want hair or do we want to be bald? Bear McMurdery. McMurtry? I think it's supposed to be McMurtry, but it sounds like McMurdery. Bird Scott, Tom Wayne. Yes, the chat is now on screen. All jokes must be PG. Thank you for chiming in, moderator. No popcorn buckets allowed. I love how that's our code now. Bear Bowie. What are some of the girl bear names? Ursula. Ooh, Ursula Jones. Okay. Robin Yates. What do you guys think? Should we go guy or girl? Gil Scott. Etta McCoy. Callista Canton. Girl? Alright, so we'll go girl. Do we want a girl name, a bear name, a bird name? Was that Misha? No, it just determines whether or not they refer to you as a guy or a gal. Misha Oakley. That's fine, even if you can't stay for the whole stream. Thank you for coming and joining in, and this will still be posted on my Twitch, so if you want to come back and watch it later, you're welcome to do that. I'm also going to be posting it on YouTube. Change your character. Oh, I can... Yeah. Okay. Gotta get that bounty up. I kind of want to, like, get it up over... I'm so easily occupied. Oh, no, wait. We wanted Misha. Hang on. Oop. Guess what would help if I spelled it right, huh? Misha Rogers. Are we feeling Rogers for the... last name, or do we want a different last name? Here, we can change there's Pickett. Barth. Hickok. Garner. Cassidy. Do we want to be Misha Cassidy? Type Misa for force of habit. Okay, Misha Cassidy. Here we go. With a bounty of 515 meat. Yes. Alrighty, so do we want to be a cow puncher, which is all melee attacks and strength based, a bean slinger, which is magical, or a snake oiler, which is a ranged attacker, focuses on gun shooting, poison, and potions, like of healing potions. So what are you guys thinking? Do we want to punch cows, sling beans, or oil snakes? Now, I don't know if that means you're making oil out of snakes, or, yes, the bean slingers are the cooks, and they are magical. In this land of demonic cows and meat ore veins. Do we want to go magic? We can go bean slinger. Well, I mean, we can beat up the demon cows no matter what one we choose, but this way we get to punch them. So, and we do actually, if you're a cow puncher, now there are different, like, crafting skills you get. Cow punchers can make things out of cowhide. Bean slingers, I forget what bean slingers use. There's a whole bunch of different things. Oh, they use stones to make things, different kinds of stone and ore and stuff. And I have no recollection of what the snake oilers use. So, You know, you'd think that they use beans, but not always. Now, I will say, of all the gifts that Dad gives you, because Dad gives you a gift before you leave, Cowpuncher and the Beanslinger get like an okay gift for starting out, but the Snake Oiler actually gets something that kind of is valuable all throughout the game. So what are we thinking? Snake Oiler it is then. I want to be a Snake Oiler. Alright, let's go investigate stuff. Read another title. Read all the titles. Walking stupid. Oh, hang on. Settings. We're going to turn on nostalgia mode. Shall we turn on stupid walking? Colorblind mode. It's all in black and white. I don't know what colorblind mode will do, but I kind of want to know. Save inventory options. Best font mode? Ew. Nerd mode on. Show combat grade on. Okay. We do not want... Okay, we're gonna leave... we'll leave the horse fast. We'll slow combat down a bit, and we will slow dialogue down a bit, so I actually remember to read everything. Okay. Look at that walking! Whee! Comb hair. We gain 1 experience point. Goodbye, bed. Time to head west and chase my real dreams. Yeah. We're gonna turn that off. You pull the needle away from the cylinder and stow the handle away. Hey, Russell, how you doing? Birdie! I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Caw, caw, caw! Feed Russell a cricket. You grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand. Aw. Okay, do we want to just say goodbye to Russell, or do we want to let him free? We want to let him fly free? Free the burb. Okay. Maybe it's time for you to leave too. You open your bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you, calls one last time, and then flies away to the west. It's time to hit the trail. Stack the firewood. Nothing on the hat rack today. I feel good about the wink. This hearth really puts the hearth in hearth and home. You're gonna miss Mom's cooking. It's Mom's pie safe. It keeps all of her pies safe. You'll miss meals with the family. Your little brother's room. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. What? No wonder I never know. Apparently that's algebra in French. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Why is it all in French? That is a good question. I do not know how many pies Mom has, but apparently enough to warrant a safe. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Corpus agrimentorum. I don't know what that means, but look inside. Hey, it took us puzzle cube. So tidy. Yes, so we have... Wait, they keep changing. We've got Spanish. Oh, an investigation of the laws of thought on which are founded the mathematical theories of logic and probabilities. None of it makes a lick of sense to me. Okay, I can't get through his stuff. It's covered with weird diagrams and charts. Okay, hang on. I want to fiddle with it because that gives me experience. And then we're not going to read that because I already unlocked the stupid walk. We're going to end up selling that. That'll get us some meat. No time to screw around. Time to head west. Hi, Mom. Your mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mom. We're gonna miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I got you a present. A present? Yep, it's that book you wanted from Crimbo. You know, I know it's early, but... Oh, for Crimbo. What the heck is... What holiday is Crimbo? All right, so do we want to... This is one of the skills we can unlock early. Do we want to unlock bartering, which gives us dickering? Do we want to unlock foraging, where we can forage various plants for resources and potions? Or do we want to do lock picking? So those are the 3 options. We can get all of these abilities eventually. This is just picking which one we get first. It's kind of our free one where we have to buy the books for the other ones later on. So what are we thinking in terms of early skills? You always go for... That is usually a pretty good one. Locks and how to pick them. Alrighty. Dad. Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. That hat doesn't fit you, Dad. It's falling in your face. I'll grow into it. I don't think you will, Dad. It's time for me to leave. His lip quivers a little. Listen, I want you to have this. It's your grandmother's briefcase full of snakes. Got a briefcase full of snakes. Thank him. Thanks, Dad. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did, Dad. Goodbye. He's just barely holding it together. Probably best for him if you just go. I didn't want that. I wanted to dig through the haystack because every haystack you find at least one needle. Your brother Rufus is standing there looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Oh, they are live snakes. Yes. Give him his puzzle back. You hand him the puzzle and he starts fidgeting with it. Say goodbye. Hey, Rufus, time for me to head west. I still don't understand why you're leaving. He's got a point, you know. Why are you going west? Are we going to help people to seek our fortune or just to get off this stupid farm? Are we out to help others, help ourselves, or just get the heck out of Dodge? All right, seek my fortune. There's just no opportunity here, kid. If I'm going to make something of myself, I got to go where I can make some meat. And yes, meat is money in this game. But it's so dangerous. 60% of the people who go west get killed within a year. And that statistic is from before the cows came home. Yes, for those who don't know, the cows came home. There's always that slang of when you'll be doing this till the cows come home, which is to say, like, it'll go on forever. Well, in this reality, the cows came home, which is they came from a demonic portal and just sort of destroyed most of the country. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of Mom and Dad. I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. I still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. Jerk. All right, let's head out. And yes, we are going to do... Looks like this isn't your first rodeo. Would you like to skip the Boring Springs prologue and head straight to Dirtwater? No, I want to do the prologue. I am, however, going to skip this lovely intro credit thing. Oh, apparently Crimbo, they just spelled it different for the game, but because they took out the H, but apparently that's another term for Christmas. Yes, I'm sure it was spectacular. We're going to pick the turnip. Is there anything else there? No. And we're going to pick up the board, and a sign on the door reads, "Gone drinking." Stepping in the poop. Horsey poop everywhere. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting to the left of the door shrieks and waves at you to get your attention. Hey, where's your hat, dang nabbit? Well, you can't drink in here without a hat. Tain't proper. He points to a take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. I check out the box. You look through the hat box and find a battered derby. That looks like something you'd wear. You got item, floppy derby. You grab the hat and put it on. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Pete. He gives you a friendly, if somewhat twitchy, nod. Say, gal. Yeah? You heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to come along. Just let me know. Well, no pressure. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Now, here's one of my favorite things. Ooh. Hang on. You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, you read a sign taped to the back of the wall reading, "Reward for lost mugs, 25 meat each." What did I do about thinking ahead? Oh, was that because of his voice? That was on the fly. It just seemed like a very Stinky Pete kind of voice. I don't know if he's actually stinky. He just seems stinky to me. Oh, yes, I am wearing a hat. You walk up to the bartender finally notices you. Howdy, cowgirl. Howdy, barkeep. Name's Misha. What brings you to our little backwater? Ask about work. Oh, the usual. I came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far, though. Any work around these parts? Unfortunately, Boring Springs already has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. He means fetch quests. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater. Ask about the railroad. The Manifest Destiny Railroad Company from back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco, and having a heck of a time doing so. And they're hiring? Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company, that. Dirtwater? Dirtwater is interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the dang cows. Lots of opportunity there. She pauses for a few seconds, lost in thought. Yep, if I were a younger woman, I'd probably head that way myself. You mentioned errands? Yeah, this forsaken burg is always falling apart in one way or another. The the hostler's always needing help since he hurt his leg, and that no-account sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him. Anything else? Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke in from the gulch didn't wipe his boots off and got spores everywhere. Yes, in this, goblins develop from spores. I can probably handle a goblin. Much obliged. I'll unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. Weak fungicide. Alrighty. Already got a hat. Piano player. Okay, so before we go downstairs, the goblin is an optional companion. There are a couple different companions you can get here. The goblin is one of them. To get him, we have to go unlock a different companion first. Yes, I definitely think they enjoyed the slang for this world building. Howdy, I'm Misha. Howdy, Misha. I'm Horace. I just got that. I always read it as Horace, but if you say it with a southern accent, horse, he's the horse wrangler. He sells the horses. That's what a hostler is. I'm sorry, this just struck me as hilarious. How's that working out for you? Oh, those horses are just flying out the door. So business is booming? Nice. No, I mean, the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Oh, is that why you're... No, I never read it in an accent. Is that why you're here drinking instead? Yep. And me being in here drinking instead of watching the horses is probably how they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious circle things. Well, I'm in need of a horse. Do you have any left? One. Kind of a boring one, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable. I'll be happy to show it to you. Alrighty. Howdy. Howdy. Good to see you again, Misha. You tip your hat to the bartender. Who's the lady drinking whiskey out of a beer mug? That's Susie. She's a rancher from nearby. A real tough broad. I ain't recommend you pester her. Why's that? Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustration about it. Ouch. Okay, so... Oh, we do need to go into the basement, so we're not going to fight the little goblin man yet, but we do need to go into the basement before we can unlock the option, because we're going to grab a crate of Nurse brand whiskey. Good for when ails ya. Oop, that's not what I wanted. And then we're going to grab one of these newspapers. Yay! One leg and one arm. That's a great walk. You approach the weird Cactus Man hybrid. He smiles at you. Howdy, Cactus Man. Howdy yourself. And my name's Bill. Cactus Bill. What happened to you, Bill? Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. Oh, they have so many different walks, and many of them are not walks. It does not get boring in terms of these walk cycles. It's not like they have like 3 that are on repeat. There are a bunch. They had fun with this. And that's why they call you Cactus Bill? No, that's just a coincidence. Oh, does it hurt? Does what hurt? You know, being a cactus. Oh, no, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation process inside the cactus part of me keeps me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it is a mite boring. Yeah, I bet. It wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you? I do right here. I have a newspaper. You give him the newspaper you found in the basement of the saloon. Much obliged, partner. Now let's see here. What can I do to return the favor? Oh, I know, my shovel. I left it behind the outhouse at Orhole Mine. It's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it. Thank him. Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave. Okay. We're just going to stick that right there. And get lost. Okay. Now we're going to go talk to the sheriff. And yoink a bug. Orhole Mine, yes. Well, howdy, stranger. Welcome to Bourne Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. The what? The sheriff, okay? Blasted sign painters. Say, if you wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would you? As a matter of fact, I am. Depends on the work. It depends on the work. Well, how does this grab you? There's a gang of hoodlums around here what call themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took my cell door with them. It ain't much good without the door. And? And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slicked to go fetch it back for me. Why don't you do it? You're the sheriff after all. I gotta stay here and practice my chair tipping. Priorities. This game has unpopped popcorn. Yeah, it toes the line with some things, but I believe it's all okay. We'll say it's a PG-13 stream. So some cursing is okay, but let's keep certain words out. Gets a pistol out of his desk and hands it to you. You got the deputy pistol. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Okay. I'm sending the deputy along with you. Deputy? You deputize a gun? You're new in town. Maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down where the Fricker Gang's hideout is for you. Booyah. Alright. Beep, 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 beep. Yuck. Oh, okay. So we're going to dig through. Need at least 1,000. Oh, I gotta talk to him. Afternoon, ma'am. What can I do for you? How's business? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. To tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All of my horses keep running away. Well, except for this completely ordinary one. That's rough. Maybe I can help? Oh, yes, thank you. Please, I'd go fetch them myself, except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat each for finding them. How many are there? 3. Here, let me see your map. They're pretty much always run away to the same places. We've got Orehole Mine. Boring Springs Boneyard and Thousand Snakes Gulch. Why these places? I think they like the environments that are thematically appropriate. This is fair. Here, when you find one, feed it some of these oats. That should send it back. Homing oats. How does that work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. Like homing pigeons. Okay, will do. See you later. And this is the boring horse. This is like the default horse. Do you have anything for me? Step right up there. Braid's the name, trade's the game. You seriously doubt that his name is Braid. Howdy, Braid. What are you doing? What are you trading? Well, madam, today I am trading locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. To the cunning Skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, well, to that advantageous soul, I will trade a fine silver pocket watch. We're not gonna do any trades right now. Okay, I can't talk to her yet. Why can't I talk to her? I thought I could ask you about your injury. Yes, okay. You said something earlier about an injury? Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. As someone who has mucked stalls before, I don't understand. I am very confused. I was gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd she do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office, said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or I'm pretty sure she was just being sarcastic. Well, we picked up some Nurse brand whiskey. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc. What brand? Nurse Whiskey, your favorite. Your favorite, I'm led to believe. Didn't know she makes house calls. All right, hold on. You hear a rattle as she unlocks the door. Enter the house. That's a lot of dynamite. Shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace? I am going to... Oh, right, I need to give the whiskey first. We are going to give her the whiskey. Whiskey stat. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here? Me or you? Point taken. Okay, now we're going to go look at her books. Hey, Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not that they're going to do you much good in this doomed, forsaken heckhole. You should try being less cheerful, Doc. Check out the books. Okay, so we're going to leaf through all of these because they give me... This one starts as quest. This one gives me experience. And this one teaches me goblin tongues. So now I can talk to goblins. Breathe a little. Oh, the game is very sarcastic and satirical and delightful. Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything all right? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so she glares at you meaningfully. So what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you ask what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking? Why don't you go ahead and pick one? I'll drink to that. Dead men walking? You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. Nope. Well, just count your lucky stars and stay out of the town cemetery then. Okey-doke. We will be back to her later because she is also one of the possible companions. We've got Stinky Pete, Susan over here, but I gotta find her last name first, and then the Doc. So those are, and then the Goblin. Those are the four I don't want to go there yet. Those are the four potential companions, so think about it. We'll take a look at them as we go through, and let me know in the comments which companion you think we should take on our adventure, because we only get one. Well, you can kind of unlock another guy to travel with you later on, but those are the four you get in the beginning. Wait, what? Oh, Susie. That's the lady drinking at the bar. You find out her surname here, Susie Cochran, and she can come with you. So the Doc hates the undead, so anytime you're fighting, they actually get bonuses. So if you're fighting against cows, yes, the one whose family died. If you're fighting against cows, Susie levels up for every, gains her own experience for every cow you fight. And eventually she levels up and gets more powerful. The Doc, she levels up when you fight undead. So anytime, and she actually gets this really cool ability where with a single strike, she can kill any single undead. Makes certain battles way easier, let me tell you. So who is this? That is Benjamin Crockett. I'm gonna have to come, I gotta get the thing first. To Orhole Mine. Look behind. You got a shovel. Yay! We're gonna root through here. Meat! Goblin. If you have, I can't remember the goblin's name right now, but if you have a goblin in your party, you do not fight goblins ever. You can he just talks his way out of various situations with goblins. Oh, apparently that's digging someone up to fight. I don't know if I'm prepared. Damage and poison. These are immune to poison. So we are going to go... we are going to do that, though, because... Ooh. This may have been a bad idea. Yeah, this is a bad idea. We need to level up before we battle this guy again. Dust yourself off. We're going to bypass this fight, because that's a harder fight, and we're going to fight this one first. Because this one should be easier. Shoot! Bang! Bang! You gain 3 experience points. Cool. And I set... Oh, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Where is my... There it is. See. Okay, so we have our... What is Deadeye? Deadeye levels up pistol attack. Hornswoggling. This is another diplomacy thing. Hornswoggling. You're a city slicker and a witty trickster. So in various situations, you can hornswoggle people and, trick them into giving you things or just avoiding combat or lots of that kind of fun stuff. Deploy snake. Okay, so I can't level up those. I can level up my Deadeye. I do not know Pete's benefit. I've not played with Pete yet because he's kind of the easiest one you can get. I might ask you to look up Pete's benefits because... Ghost Horsey! Approach her. We don't have to play with Pete. We can play with the goblin. Yes, Ghost Horse. You approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously so as to not startle her, though you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there. Hi, I'm a friend, okay? Nay. It's a little strange. How did you do that without opening your mouth? Pat her on the nose. You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Feed her the oats. Here you go, girl. Have some oats. You hold out a handful of oats to her, but she just sort of stares right through you. Brr. Please don't look at me like that. Snort. Pat her on the nose again. Still cold. Try the oats again. You hold the oats out again, but the horse continues to ignore them. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? Not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt? Is that a yes? Weird. Okay. Add some grave dirt to the oats. You sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them, then eats them. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. Bizarre. And here we go. We see Timothy Cochran, Elizabeth Cochran, and Silas Cochran. Ah, baby, beloved daughter, husband. So that is her family. We will come back eventually before we leave and kill that other guy, but first we're going to go to the town of Boring Springs. Beep-a-deep-beep-beep. Oh, this is something I love to do. It's gross. It's a spittoon. People spit into it. You know, without even looking in it, that it's absolutely disgusting. Look in it. Shall we continue? Yeah, it's full of spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum, and it even looks like a few teeth as well. Oh, Sticky Pete, the old prospector. So I was dead on with my accent for him. Gave him a good voice. He's the crazy prospector. So what were we thinking? Crazy prospector, goblin man, the doctor does also heal in combat, so she can heal you. Yes. Now you can unlock locations of everything. He just kind of tips you off to where they are without you having to wander around looking for them. So it feels like we're leaning toward Pete. We can do that. But first, the spittoon. Do we want to look closer or do we want to look elsewhere? Meat is money in this game. So it pays to have a lot. I'm gonna look closer. This is true. You are now on your hands and knees peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand. What is wrong with you? Wait, is there something shiny at the bottom? Get it. You reach your hand toward the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass horror. It smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite BBQ eating contest. You hesitate. Never mind or never surrender. Never surrender. I love this chat. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a sound like glop. Your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water. We're gonna search it. Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring. Probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations, you got item nasty ring. Hooray. Good luck you two. Susie, the woman glares at you. Are you Susie Cochran? How'd you know my last name? I saw the graves in the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. Susie scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. I saw it happen. Saw the whole dang thing. Couldn't do nothing about it. The bartender said it was cows? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that it used to be a cow ranch and they attacked. A couple days ago, it happened so fast I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door and a fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in a blaze, just like that. What'd you do? There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire, and I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. I ain't want to talk about it anymore. I'm sorry. She refills her mug from a bottle in the bar and doesn't reply. What will you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here and no desire to stay. I can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Yes. The demon cows have come from hell itself. Where is it? Left it at the ranch like a dang fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go get it for me. You got it. Beep-a-doo. Boop. Okay, let's go. We're going to check out the mine first. We're going to go level 3 first. one's already picked over. Yoink. Pick the lock. Got a crowbar. Raise the question of why they... I don't know. I think mostly they were just kind of like goofing around with various terminology, like especially like Western and Southern slang. Take one. Level 1. But it is hilarious, and the implications of various things are just delightful. All right, so we're gonna do... I know I can't get past it all. Hook up the plunger, and add the blasting cap, and go boop. I like explosives, they're fun. Dig through it. Dig. Silver nugget. Hi, horsey. Hey there, girl. It's okay, I'm a friend. Ooh. Splody. The horse shies away from you, though in this case, it's more like a cripplingly introverted away from you. Reassure her. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. Pat her nose. As you reach out to pat her nose, the horse ducks and steps further into the shadows. Aw, come on. Feed her the oats. You take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse. Here you go, yum yum. Snort. She sidles away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Eat the oats yourself. Look, they're fine, okay? See? See? You take a handful from the bag and toss them in your mouth. Ugh. It's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food. Don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Because they're homing. Jeez, these are powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See? Perfectly fine. Take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to her. Pat her on the nose. The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but she doesn't actually flee, so that's something. Here's a good girl. The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn around and look, but you don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Well, okay then. Now there is a crack here, but we cannot get all 3 sticks of dynamite. Not that it's worth it. I did the whole, like, I spent several tries redoing this to get the 3 things of dynamite to open that, and there was nothing there at all. It was like a single meat, if that. Total waste of dynamite. We're gonna go, okay, so I'm gonna go to the Thousand Snake Gulch first. For the Fricker Gang hideout, there is an important choice there. We can either unlock sorry, brain freeze. We can either unlock the Ruthless perk, which gives us lots of ruthless options when dealing with people in the future, or we can unlock the Merciful, I believe it is, which unlocks a bunch of merciful options. So think about that for when we get there. For now, we're gonna try and handle some snakes. Attack! Fight, fight, fight! Round 1. This is true. Oh no, hang on. I need to go to the Cochrane Ranch first because I need a skinning knife. The ranch is burned to the ground. Going to investigate. Apparently I can't investigate that. Something behind this door is making some pretty awful noises. We're gonna go through anyway. Varmint skin and knife. These pies were not safe. This is one of the cows. This is a pyrobove. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Jerk. You defeated that nasty cow skull floating in a cloud of flame. Yay, we got the rifle. Yippee-ki-yay. 'Twas not a complete cow, but a completely evil one. Okay, now we're gonna go to Thousand Snake Gulch because I need rattlesnake skins. Oh no! Except I think I already killed one, so I don't... Jerk. Bang. Rattlesnake skin, yay! Is there any chance there's a third one in here so I can get that third one for the nugget? Oh, dang. There we go. Ah, crap. Oh, yeah. 2 venom, 2 medicine. Okay, so here is, we're going to go to our inventory. Snake versus snake. Briefcase full of snakes. Look inside. We're going to extract some venom so we can poison targets. And we're going to extract some medicine so we can heal damage. Close briefcase. Ooh, another thing to pick up. Oh, we never read this. Lockpicks. Underfined meat nugget. I can sell that. Okay, I've got 2 rattlesnake skins. Crazy horse! This hork has gone snake crazy. Or maybe he was some other kind of crazy before. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? It's cool, all right? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Yes, when you read a book, you lose it in some way, shape, or form. And in this instance, I believe we donated it to an orphanage, or it fell and was picked up by someone from an orphanage. I don't know. Look him in the eyes. You can't only look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket, like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now that it's clear you aren't actually made of spiders. Pat his nose. You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit, okay, a lot, but seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around in that skull of his. There's a good boy. Feed him the oats. Are you hungry, boy? I've got a little treat for you. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats, and it gallops away with a whinny, or rather a whinny. Hopefully, he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. Ah, dang nabbit. I only got 2 of them, which means I missed out on the silver pocket watch. Oh, right. Let's go to the Boneyard Springs. I want to see if I can deal with this guy now. Boop. 5 damage. Oh, I'm going to do that. I've deployed a snake. Ha ha ha. I got an old cavalry saber and a gold tooth. Well, we're going to equip the cavalry saber because I believe that is stronger. Yes, significantly. Okay, we already went there. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to go here. And let me know if you guys have decided how we want to handle 300 meat. I don't know how you spotted her hiding in that mine, but thanks for setting her back my dark horse. Sure thing. Looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thanks for your help. Yes, pale horse is... Calling it a pale horse is absolutely a joke on it being a ghost horse, because death rides a pale horse in time. Thanks for finding my crazy horse. That was Native American. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? Probably. Not that I noticed. That's all of them. Can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. Thanks. And that is the 1,000 meat I needed to buy a horse. So, yes, we love the puns. Okay, so we have 3 things we need to decide. First is who we're going to take with us, which companion. Oh, hang on, I'm going to shovel that because that gives me experience. Okay, so I missed out on that. Hey, I received a mug. Boop-a-doo. Returning the mugs. Found these mugs. Yay! Hello, viewer! I'm so glad you have been summoned! Welcome to West of Loathing! We're still in the prologue, but we're having fun. We're just about to make a couple decisions. We have, well, first I'm gonna go talk to Doc Alice. And during that, please, we're going to decide if we want to be ruthless or merciful, which horse we want to buy, and which companion we're going to bring with us. So by all means, just talk amongst yourselves. So what's up, Doc? What's the matter? Yada yada, did my walking. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in a cemetery. It's nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my dang mind. But how is that even possible? It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Ooh, ouch. Doc Alice turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but, well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterwards and looking for revenge. That must be pretty rough. Rough? Missy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands. Ooh. Indeed. She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. Already looked through those. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna talk to her. What's the deal with all the TNT? So when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small there won't be nothing left to come back. That seems a bit drastic. Drastic? Hell, no way I'm taking the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough, I suppose. How about... Do you know what's causing these resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. A rumor? What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source. That is an airplane reference, and I love it. Can you tell I didn't actually read most of the dialogue in my first couple playthroughs? Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly, he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the beanslingers use? I never heard of any beanslinger raising the dead. Have you? That'd be one hell of a can of beans. Okay, so we are going to go to the Fricker Ranch. No, that's not what I want. That's not Fricker Ranch. Fricker Gang Hideout. Okay, so this is the time we must choose. Thud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a little nap. Do we wake him up to fight him, just shoot him, or ignore him and leave him sleeping? If we choose to just shoot him, we will get a lot more ruthless options in the future in terms of dealing with enemies and particularly criminals that the sheriff sends us after. Or not a sheriff, the person. If we wake him, it starts combat, so we just fight him and we probably end up killing him anyway. But there's a difference though between waking someone up and fighting them to the death than just shooting them while they're sleeping. Oh, there's an option to let him walk it off? Okay. Wake him up. You poke Thud with your boot. He slowly gets to his feet. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Thud is, well, let's say he's no Rhodes Scholar. If we assume that it's 7 years from now and that idiom makes sense, you feel bad about the idea of killing him. Oh. Did I do something wrong? Sorry. So we want to be more diplomatic with our little goblin friend? So we're taking care of the goblin. Okay, so do we want to let Thud walk it off or let's fight? What are we thinking? Walk it off. Walk away, Thug. Okay, you're probably honorable. That's what it's called. Thud stumbles off into the desert. He'll probably be fine. Okay. Oh, I don't have forging. I do, however, have looting abilities. Okay, so, psst, can you pass the soap? One of the Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub. He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into the bath. To sleep. Into both sleep and the tub. Okay. Do we want to do anything with him? Do we want to... Let's tie him up. Do we want to tie him up or just leave him be? I'm not going to disturb him for now. I can always come back and tie him up if I need to. What are they doing? Beep, beep, beep. Walking on my hands. Whee! Tie him up. Okay, let's tie him up. You grab a nearby length of rope and carefully tie his hands together. Then to the handles of the tub. The sheriff can come collect him later. Let sleeping bandits lie. I want to investigate the soup. You cautiously approach the Fricker Gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and that the squirrely one is the brother Wimpy. What is your play here? Shall we leave without alerting them? I will do my best to avoid the popping of popcorn. Do we want to leave without alerting them or approach them and talk? I'm going to get a drink from my poor throat. Shall we approach? Let's approach. Let's chat disagrees. Going once. Going twice. We're gonna approach. Be diplomatic. The one without the eye patch raises an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? We're gonna hornswoggle him. It's Bimmy! Your sister! Bimmy? You ain't Bimmy. I am so Bimmy, I stole some Rube's face. Ha! You always did have a knack for face wrestling. What's new, Bimmy? We gotta get out of here and fast. Wimpy, the Pinkertons are onto us, and they'll be here any minute. Dag nabbit, come on, Snipe, let's hightail it. I'll catch up with you guys later, tonight. Wimpy nods. He and Snipe hurriedly pack up their belongings and flee the cave. You congratulate yourself on your attentiveness, memory, and strong impersonational skills. Let's grab that door and skedaddle. We're gonna grab the mug too. Yoink. Three of them are long gone, and one is tied up sound asleep. Okay, so we are going to go to the town. So we're just about done here. Howdy. I will trade this soap for a lock. It trades right now. I see the Fricker gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, 1 or 2 that are asleep on the job. I'll go round them up shortly then. Looks like I owe you a reward. Produces a bag of meat. Got another little task for you if you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need? Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. I just so happen to have one. You hand the sheriff the lock. That'll do nicely. The sheriff puts the lock on the cell door, then accidentally drops the key and it clatters into the cell. Hellfire. Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger. Got a needle handy? I'll see what I can do. Pick the lock. You definitely pick the lock. The sheriff walks into the cell and picks up the key. He looks around for a place to hide it and eventually sticks it under his hat. Thank you kindly, stranger. If Bourne Springs ever gets any more criminals, they'd better watch out. That's a good job you done. Don't mention it. Here, have this as a souvenir for your time in Boring Springs. Replica sheriff badge. Okie dokie. I think I need to talk to... As I crab walk over. Oh, that's right. Need to go get stuck by the various cacti. I don't know how many times I need to do this before I can, Come on. Yay, mostly scabs. It's a perk that gives me extra health, I think. We do need to talk to Alice one more time, I think. About that necromancer. Assuming he exists, what about him? Well, maybe someone ought to try and stop him. Doc Alice gives you a sharp look. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? A gray-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows about surgery. Did you hit your head when Barstool kid? You weren't that old. And if I were gonna pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Doc Alice stares hard at you and takes a swig from her bottle, saying nothing. And it sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done. For your friends and everyone. She continues to look at you, and you can see the gears turning in her head. It beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away. Then she shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself chasing a rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. Impossible like raising the dead is impossible? Alice crosses her arms and regards you thoughtfully. The spark slowly brightens in her eyes. All right, kid. What the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. I think I just need to talk to Gary now. Oh, I gotta give that back to Susie. You found my rifle yet, stranger? Yep, here she is. Susie's eyes well up with tears as you hand her the rifle, and she roughly scrubs her sleeve across her face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. I'm Misha. Thanks, Misha. Can't rightly say what this means to me. She looks at the rifle for a long moment, and then looks back up at you. She sighs. Well, that's enough wallowing in misery. Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along when you head west, you just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. But first, we go talk to the goblin. The goblin shouts, I'm Gary! Hi, Gary. Hi, hey, hello, I am Gary. Who are you? Introduce yourself. Well, I'm Misha. Hello, Misha. Good to meet you. What Misha doing down here? Be polite. Oh, I'm just looking around. Gary likes to looking too. Gary no looking for way out of this dump. Gary not having much luck though. Where are you trying to go, Gary? High away and far up for popping and then new Gary everywhere. Settle down, Gary. Gary doesn't like to settling. Gary wants to traveling and popping. If Misha going far up and high away, maybe taking Gary with you, eh? Eh? I'll think about it. All right. You tip your hat to the bartender. I found this mug. Didn't I? Am I not taking Gary with me? Oh, hey, it's you. I'll let you know, Gary. Okay. Am I not taking Gary with me? Okay, I guess I'm not getting a reward for bringing Gary with me. Okay, so I believe that means we just need to... okay, so that means our only choice left is our choices is our companion and our horse. So, I feel like we're leaning toward Gary. Oh, you need to get your horse first, then you choose Gary. Okay, so which horse are we going with then? Do we want Crazy Horse over here? This horse seems uncomfortable when you look directly at her. This is the most typical horse you've ever seen. Oh. Okay, so we're going for Dark Horse with Gary. We're going to protect our poor, introverted little horsey. Okay, can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you, though, these horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you've bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Which one are you interested in? We're going with the shifty Dark Horse. Good choice. She's a sneaky one. I'll sell her to you for a... When you say sneaky, well, she's real quiet. She likes dark places. Yeah, I remember. And just look at how she's trying to hide behind the other horses there. She seems pretty smart. I'll take her. All right. What do we want to name our dark horse? We can go with Tina is the default name. A diplomatic snake oiler. That's us. Let's see. What else? We could name her... Name her Gary? We're riding west with Gary and Gary. All the Garys. Is that what we want to go with? Ooh, Shadow or Midnight. Yes, we are kind of doing a Paragon run of this fever dream of a video game. Yes, we are. Do we want to name her, I mean, if we're going to talk Paragon run, I mean, we could name her, like, well, no, she's not, she's too introverted for Shepherd. I don't know, what are we thinking? Do we want to go with Shadow? So, are we going with Shadow or are we going with Gary? What is our decision here? Shadow it is. Okay. Shadow. Yes. All right then, Shadow the horse. It's got a nice ring to it. Oh, and I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. What did that say? Southeast West map. Okay. Okay. Gary, I have horse. Will you be joining me? Oh, hey. Oh, it's you. Gary traveling with you? Far up in a highway? Going. I'll let you know, Gary. Can you not... Are you not coming with me? Okay. I guess I don't get a reward for that. All right. I think that's everything. Yeah, I know I have to get on my horse to leave, but I wasn't sure. I thought I could still get the reward from the bartender. I guess not. So we are going to use our item. Follow map to Dirtwater. Once you leave Boring Springs, you won't be able to come back. Any unfinished business you've got will forever remain unfinished. Are you sure you're ready to leave? Yes! Alrighty then. You're properly horsed and ready to start your new life in the West. All you need now is a partner. Somebody to share the trail with. Somebody you can rely on for emotional and combat support. We're gonna take Gary the Goblin. You head back to the saloon's basement and smuggle Gary out under your coat. Hit the trail. You consult the Southeast West map the hostler gave you. It only lists two things: the town of Dirtwater and the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company's westernmost camp. You discovered a new... Yeah, we got it. Okay. So we're heading to Dirtwater. I love the little... That's adorable. You absolutely can headcanon that. And I would love to see that done as a comic, especially because it's all stick figures. Hello, Gary. Wanting more goblins meeting? Gary is hearing about goblins in an old fort nearby. Fort Cowardice. Okay. Are we forgetting anything? Should see the bartender about renting the room. Thank you. First, we're going to shadow Winnie's as you approach. Comb her mane. She whinnies shyly. Leave her alone. Angry woman. Okay. Another spittoon. Let's dive in. This is a spittoon, which is a sort of brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting on the floor, because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. Yes, it'll be very drunk. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already, sicko. Inspect it. Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows. More than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit. Shall we continue to investigate? I'm so excited to investigate somewhere. Here we go again. All right, fine. You are now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? No, that's bad because it's only the water part of spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit, the toxins and filth that don't evaporate. Several years worth, distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts into the spittoon anymore because they bounce out. Search it. You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something the color and viscosity of maple syrup, except instead of maple, it's flavored with the insides of the mouths of people who chew cigarettes instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Yeah? Glorp. It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding, except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving. Keep searching. You found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children, assuming you're still able to have any, and you hate them. Hooray. Terrible piano player. We've got the darts. Ring the cowbell! Hey, what are you doing in here? Employees only, bud. Oh, sorry, I was just, looking around. So you're the nosy type, eh? Well, I prefer adventuresome. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I'm out of saltpeter and need someone to go pick it up. Why are you cooking with saltpeter? Isn't that used to make gunpowder? And other things. Look, who's the chef here, me or you? Okay, where can I find it? Your best bet's a military camp. Because it's used to make gunpowder. Shut up. The nearest one is Fort Cowardice. They keep it in little green jars. Okay, be right back. Walking around like a ballerina. Angry gal. Well, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jules Saloon. Hi, thanks. I'm Misha. Glad to know you, Misha. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. I saw a sign outside advertising a room. That's right, finest room in the house, and plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? How much does it cost? Well, that's where you're in luck. The previous tenant was a banker fella, and he paid a month in advance right before getting himself killed by bandits. You seem like a decent sort, so the room's yours if you want it, gratis. Well, great. Free room and board. These guys must have fallen asleep during a brawl. Hang on, they're not wearing hats. How come they're not wearing hats either? How come they're allowed to drink without wearing hats? That's prejudice. Oh. Are you serious? Because I did turn on colorblind mode. Is my character not going to know what jar? Am I going to grab the wrong jar? I'm not going to insult myself. We're not going to sleep yet. We have more things to investigate. Dirt, water, mercantile. Okay, let's sell some stuff. Oh, I want this buying. We're going to sell Walking Stupid. We're going to sell the silver nugget. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, well. Sell the broken board. We're going to keep those. We're going to sell the unrefined meat nugget. And the gold tooth. Weak fungicide. But we're not going to use the fungicide because we're not going to be fighting any goblins. All the goblins here are going to be nice because we have our delightful little Goblin Gary. Bag of Shroom Grow. That will... I can do that. And buy the Modern Snake Oil. Yes. Okay. So... I'm going to step out here. Inventory. Okay, so we're going to use a bag of Shroom Grow. We're going to give it to Gary. It makes him stronger because goblins are mushroom-based in this world. Groovy! And then we're going to read Snake Oiler. There's an article entitled Debilitating Toxins, Where Are They Now? This gives bad medicine, which will reduce a target's moxie. There is strong medicine, which will temporarily increase your muscle, mysticality, and moxie. Oh, fan hammer, which allows you to shoot 3 times. So what are we thinking? Do we want to debuff, buff, or attack? Fan hammer? Oop. Alrighty. You unload round after round into a nearby cactus just to see how it feels. It feels pretty good. Unfortunately, a stray spark from one of your shots sets the magazine on fire and you're unable to prevent it from being destroyed. Aww. Whee! Hello, little girl. I think I'm going to have to buy those flowers. I don't want to yet, though. Lots available. You look like a happy farmer. Sure hope this corn dog isn't poisonous. That's not a corn dog. That's not a corn dog. That's a plant. It is absolutely poisonous. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. You will die. An email for me? Nope. But there is a newfangled telegraph machine. The clerk clears her throat. Howdy, are you the sheriff here? No, we don't currently have a sheriff. Offer to be the sheriff. Do you have any law enforcement experience? Not really. Have you been to sheriff school? No. Do you have an existing relationship with Dirtwater's local government? Are you familiar with all of the local ordinances? Do you even live here? No. Then what, may I ask, in tarnation, makes you think you'd be qualified to be the sheriff? I just assumed. You just assumed that you could mosey into town and become sheriff on your first day? Well, when you put it that way, she snorts. If I had 5 meat for every wide-eyed, protagonist-looking kid who wanders in here thinking they're the most important tenderfoot to ever strap an iron, I wouldn't need this dead-end clerking job. It is so delightfully sassy. It's okay. Like I said, it happens all the time. Need any help until you find a new sheriff? Sure, if you're any good with a gun, there's always somebody in need of justice. Wanted posters are back there. Cells are over yonder. She points behind her and off to the right, respectively. Read it. The poster reads, Wasted, the Stripy Hat Gang, for grand theft, paint, and tasteless hat vandalism. Last seen in the vicinity of Cavern Canyon, 1,000 meat reward. Dirty, rotten paint thieves and low-down, no fashion sense hat vandals. Despicable. Want to go after them? Yes. And then it says, Wanted, the House in the Desert Gang, for mortgage, non-payment, squatting, and general public nuisance. Also for murdering 2 collection agents. Last seen at the House in the Desert, 500 meat reward. You wonder if the house is named after them or if they're named after the house. In any case, at least their location is unambiguous. Want to go after them? Yes. Got it. Oh, I leave. Sorry, my windmill arms and legs make it very hard to avoid talking to people and interacting with them. Leave her alone. No, we are going to saddle her up. Saddle her up. All right, we're going to wait to go to the desert house because I think I need more. We are going to go to Fort Cowardice first, though. You find a crate of supplies bound for a nearby army fort. Looks like it fell off the wagon. Or the driver fell off the wagon and was too drunk to strap it down. In any case, it looks like it got knocked open by the fall. See what's inside. You fish through the crate and help yourself to its military contents. It's not like those army cowards have any use for it back east in their coward hidey holes. You got an item, army field trauma kit, and hardtack. I do not have foraging yet. When life gives you cannons, make cannonade. I want to taste cannonade. I want to know what that looks like. Administration. This cabinet is mostly empty, but there are a handful of boring personnel records in the back of one drawer. Examine them. They're really incredibly boring. No, really, I want details. Fine, you read one. Patricia Smith, secretary. Baker. Birthday, deceased, missed days 12, accrued 6 days 63. No, another. I'm not satisfied. Another. Yay. Okay, now you're just looking at the same ones you've read before. What's wrong with you? I can't get enough. I have a problem. Lockpick and a needle, covered as bare. Little green umbrella jars. Hopefully this is the stuff. Unlabeled jars. Shaker of saltpeter. Blech. Covered as bare. Let's take the... We got military grist... Blech. Okay. Military grade whiskey. We're gonna pick the lock. Howdy, goblin man. The goblin seated at the desk is repeatedly firing their pistol at the pie safe. Get their attention. Say, what are you doing? Shooting pies. Always shooting pies. Can you elaborate on that? Why shooting pie? Yes. To destroy, obviously. Must to destroying a terrible pie. What is wrong with a pie? Bah! A human will never understanding. Ask again. No, really, why a pie shooting? Shut up, so much angry. Okay, I guess we'll leave them alone. Probably shouldn't try to open it while he's... Okay. There is a way to get him to talk. You hear the sounds of several goblins snoring inside. No, not bothering. Letting them sleep. Okay. Gary has made demands. This is the math tent. Render them looted. Oh, I need save cracking. Based on the papers and anatomical diagrams scattered across the surface, you're guessing this desk belonged to Fort Cowardice's nurse. Look at the papers. The papers are mostly just boring medical records, dental... I don't know how to say that word. Lamentations that antibiotics haven't been discovered yet, that kind of thing. Hey, wait, what's this? This looks like it might be important. Marching orders. Ooh, look at diagrams. They're just a bunch of disgusting drawings of sliced open bodies. Gross. The sign says toilet in Goblin, which makes it seem pretty likely that goblins use this tent as a toilet. No way are you going to go in there. Yikes, this mishap definitely got somebody fired. Possibly from that cannon. Somebody went. Yeah, so if I didn't bring Gary, I would go into that tent and attack the sleeping goblins. Okay. Can I have Gary help me with that goblin? Let you know if I find any. Okay. I'm going to try talking to him again. Got the attention. Could you elaborate? Ask again. Keep trying. Looking. I'm pretty sure being a pie is destroyed. Destroy a... Huh? Look, so many holes in pie safe. You winning. A pie is dead. You certain being? Waiting here. I will checking. I love the goblin language. You peek through a bullet hole. Yep, that pie is shot to hell. Hooray, you are success. A pie is so very destroyed being. I doing it? So much doing it. But now what? Huh? What I shooting now? I guess you finding another pie? What? There are more pies being? Yes? A world is full of pies. Oh no, this violencing will never ending. Sorry, being. Not wishing to enabling this behavior. No, this is my cross-bearing. I must going and continuing the fight. Okay. Thanking you. Ah, I need hornswaggling too. Okay, I wishing you good luck against a forces of pie. Salute them. General Gob strides out. That means I missed his hat. Oh well. Jaws clenched, eyes resolute with pie hatred. Well, that was weird. I guess I'm the general now. Speaking of, we're going to read the marching orders. Will do. I don't want to eat it yet. Actually, do I? Let's go ahead and... I don't know if all goblins hate pies. I think it might just be that goblin. Let's see. Okay. So, unspent XP, 50. Let's see. Snake Whip. That's a good one. And let's go Hornswaggling. Okay. We need to get wandering around to discover some things. Let's go. Cavern Canyon. You hear a groaning noise a short distance away and investigate. A cowpoke is sitting against a rock with his leg bent in a way that seems incorrect. What happened? Dang horse threw a rod and I fell off. I think I busted one of my dancing arms. Did he just call his leg a dancing arm? Let's give him a ride back to... Shall we give him a ride back to Dirtwater or leave the poor sucker in the desert? I'm gonna start calling my legs dancing arms from now on. I mean, no, it's not inaccurate. You help the guy onto the back of your horse and give him a lift back to town. Thank you kindly, stranger. I'd say I owe you one, but it seems doubtful we'll ever meet again. No problem. But that is 10 whole XP. So we're back to Dirtwater, and we had 10 more XP, so we're going to go ahead and spend that. Let's see. Grit. Tougher you'll be. That increases maximum HP. Stomach capacity and pain tolerance. Spleen capacity, AP, and speed. Meat gains and liver capacity. But I could also... I might upgrade my Moxie. And Glamour. There we go. Okay. We're gonna ignore that for now. To the Cavern Canyon! You happen across an abandoned crate, which apparently fell off a wagon or something since the lid has been knocked loose. You know what that means. It's mine. All mine! You fish through the crate and help yourself to the contents, which appeared to be mining gear. So you were even more right than you knew. Mine. All mine. But got smelling salts and a thermos of spiked coffee. Sweet. Danger, spider! Medicine, booze. Let's open weapons. Which one do we want? Do we want weapons, medicine, or booze? Bones make you pretty reluctant to investigate this hole. Medicine, booze, weapons. Weapons. Booze. Let's get some booze. Those are eyes. You open a crate and find a single bottle of booze. It's not the fanciest in the world, but for these parts, it's pretty fancy. You get decent wine. You hear a sudden chittering coming from the big hole behind you. Do we try for another, or do we just bail? Because I'm pretty sure if we try for another, we will get eaten by the spider. Who is somehow winking its eyes. It's winking all of its eyes independently, which is terrifying. Oh, whoops. Too late now, I guess. I don't have foraging yet. I gotta get foraging. Oh, we don't want to... I don't know which one it would be. These boards can't hide from your prying eyes or your prying crowbar. Yes, coffee cactus is a thing. I'm not going to make it... You can see the gang on the other side of this big pile of junk, but you're not going to be able to get to them from this end. Maybe if you had more legs, you'd be able to pick your way through it. Like a spider. This door has like 15 deadbolts on it. The note tacked to it says, please don't open this door unless you want to get eaten by a giant spider. Even then, don't open it because the rest of us don't want to get eaten by a spider. This isn't even signed, so you can hardly be expected to take it seriously. Let's open the door. The tunnel behind this opening goes straight up. There's no way to get through it unless you're a huge spider. Well, this spider is going to do our job for us. You hear a horrible skittering noise, followed by a scream, followed by more horrible skittering noises, followed by more screams, followed by some rapping noises, followed by some muffled screams. Then there's more skittering, then silence. Go inside. So, we have a choice now. We can bring these guys in dead or alive. We either bring them in wrapped like this, or we wait and let the spider eat them and then bring the remains to turn them in. So which way do we... I think I know what you guys are going to say because we're doing a kind of a Paragon run, so I think you guys are going to want us to bring them in. The gang has been prepped for spider consumption. We're going to arrest them. You stack the cocoons on the back of your horse, except for one, which Gary offers to drag, and head back to Dirtwater Jail. Is that the Stripy Hat Gang? What happened to them? They had a run with a giant spider of justice. Fortunately, the reward is for the results rather than the explanations. 1,000 meat. I'm ice skating. Oh wait, there was a new wanted poster. Wanted, the Potemkin Gang, for unlicensed civil engineering and flaunting of construction regulations. Last seen in an unregistered settlement north of Dirtwater. The poster shows the locations of the suspicious city the gang is hiding in. Want to go check it out? Sure. You know the location and resolve to bring these unlicensed builders to justice. Okay, we're going to go back to Cavern Canyon. Oh, I can't do this. You encountered a family of scared settlers trying to pack their wagon to head back east out of Dirtwater. They're having a hard time getting everything situated. Sorry, I don't have a high enough mysticality. Do I have more XP to spend? I do! I have 30. I can up Deadeye, Glamour, Gumption. I could do mysticality. Actually, I can do each of these. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Beep. Look at my fun little waddle. Because I want to investigate. Hi. This poor chef is chained to the wall, his eyes wide as you approach. Hey, you're not one of them. Are you here to rescue me? Sure. Oh, thank goodness. He thrusts his hand into yours and shakes vigorously. I'm Doug. Hi, Misha. How you doing, Doug? How do you do, Doug? Well, I've been chained up in this dank cave for weeks, cooking for those stripy hat idiots. It sounds awful. You want to know the worst part? There's a perfectly good oven 8 feet to my right and a shelf of perfectly good ingredients 8 feet to my left. How's that the worst part? The chain is only 4 feet long. Well, that's rough. I know, right? There I was, fresh out of culinary school with a million meat idea in my head, and now here I am, 4 feet shy of my dreams, cooking the same pot of soup over and over again. What million meat idea? You promised not to steal my idea, right? I promise. Okay then, it's a new kind of sandwich. Maybe a taco. It's so revolutionary that I'm not quite sure where it fits in the whole hand food taxonomy, to be honest. Anyway, in the middle of it, there's a sausage, but it's sausage made from the cheapest possible parts of a pig, ground up so finely that you can't identify them anymore. Okay? And it's served in a long split roll, which soaks up the grease so you can't tell how fatty the sausage is. And the best part? The name. You ready to hear the name? Sure. I call it the hot dog. What do you think? Sounds great. Thanks. Not that any of this even matters. Even if I did get Even if I did get off this chain, there's no point in hanging around in this empty cave making hot dogs just for myself. I don't even like the taste of them. You could set up a shop in Dirtwater. Brilliant! You're a genius, Misha. Hot dogs for sale all day, every day. I'll make a mint. Say, there's an idea. What if I added mint to the sausage mixture? Ooh, oh. You help him break his chains. He leaves the cave, hauling the oven and the shelf full of ingredients, muttering to himself about new sausage recipes. That's that, then. Nothing on the shelf looks good. He picked it over. I should have taken some before he left. Looks like this place needs a new bartender. What's this? A jaw harp. For those who don't know, this is what a jaw harp sounds like. Okay. Empty. Okay, so we are going to hightail it out of here. Let's head toward the railroad camp. You spot the crumbling remains of an old dairy ranch on the horizon. Shall we try Butterfield Ranch before we go to the... Is something wrong with the video? No, if you're just talking about popcorn, you're good. Popcorn is code for... in an effort to keep things... You're all good. As long as the video is still streaming. Is the video still streaming? Yeah. Don't worry, you're good. There we go, yeah. Yep, you're good. Should we go there now? Let's go there now. Gary, talk to me. Hello, Gary. Oh, Gary, knowing a thing to see. Oh, yeah, what is it? A gigantic poop! What? Taller than Gary! You discovered a new application, the Big Apple. Okay, am I forgetting about anything? Gary says you should take care of the House in the Desert bandits. Thanks. Let's kill some cows first. You're gonna have to deal with this cow if you want to explore this area. Okay. Ow. Oh, I am not prepared for this. Let's spawn another Gary. We're gonna poison the crap out of this cow. I know that we're gonna measure. You know, we're gonna use all the poison because otherwise I don't think we're gonna survive this. Shoot. Gary, foo! Yes! Haha, we beat the crazy cow. You got an item, roasted cow tongue and extra thick leather. We're gonna take the rope. We're gonna dig through the haystack. You notice some words carved into the side of the... Wait a second. I know the name. Curly Butterfield, the legend of Curly's meat. Which is not dirty, I promise. Looks like maybe this outhouse is worth investigating. Luckily, you don't have to actually go inside the outhouse because once you open the door, you find a map scratched onto the inside of it. The map reveals the location of a mine just west of the ranch, labeled Coal Ridge. There's an inset map inside the mine itself with a big X scrawled between three strange triangular icons. Curious. You have nothing to churn. I need to hire lockpicking. And look, more demon cows. But we're not going to handle those yet because that first cow really... No, we're going to wander a bit. Snake Spring. Keep going where you're going. Okay, but first we're actually going to head back because I have some... I don't know why there's so many popcorn kernels. You encounter an overturned wagon surrounded by ruined books and broken pairs of spectacles. Looks like a family of especially literate homesteaders met an untimely end here. Tragic. Look through the wreckage. You pore over the detritus and manage to find exactly one book that is both undestroyed and remotely interesting to you. Modern Snake Oiler. We're going to use that. Read it. All right, we've got Strong Medicine, Bad Medicine, and Expert Poisoner. Strong Medicine buffs bad medicine debuffs. We talked about those before. And then there's a fold-out chart listing all the hottest new poisons. Gives Expert Poisoner a passive skill that multiplies the amount of poison you apply to enemies when you poison them. That sounds like a good one. What are y'all thinking? Do we want to buff, debuff, or poison master? Ow. Thank you. What are we thinking? Okay. Muscle medicine? So strong medicine. Okay, let's go with that. Then I should probably also up my AP. There we go. Look at Carrie over there. Dirt, water, mercantile. Do I want to go here? Fucking stupid. Do I have anything to sell? Not really. Okay, we're gonna leave for a second. And then we are actually that's pretty fair. This was the subject of a classic comedy bit at the Last Supper. Shaker of saltpeter. What do I want? I want snakeskin. Apply to hat. There we go. And it means I'm going to sell the other one because reasons. Sell. We're going to keep the jaw harp. We're going to sell the extra thick leather because I can't do anything with it. Speed, mysticality, muscle, cheap wine, hardtack. Ooh, that raises all three. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Spin Dash. If you ever want to watch the rest of it, we're probably going to be wrapping up relatively soon because we have been on for an hour and a half. And I only scheduled the stream for an hour. But this game is just so much fun, I couldn't resist. So we'll probably be wrapping up soon. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, this game was so much fun, I just got completely lost. We're going to sell the countdown real quick. Okay, so this is actually probably a good place to wrap. We go a little overboard. This game is just so much fun. So yes, I am going to wrap up here. It's actually good timing, Spin Dash, so thanks. So that was Super Saturday. I hope you guys had fun. We will be continuing this trend. We now have 4 stream days. I'm going to update my page so it says 4 stream days. Be sure to join us on my Discord server so that way we can chat. I can post updates on scheduling. I can ask you guys what kind of games you want to see me play next, get some feedback, interact like that. You can also share any artwork you have, whether it pertains to my streams or whether it's just about the games I'm playing. I'm playing through KOTOR right now. That's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. If you have Star Wars memes you want to share, please post them there. I love to see them. Or if we want to write our own little comic spin-off with Alice and Susie, that would be awesome. Sorry, I just had some really funny ideas. But we're doing Mystery Mondays where we're going through Nancy Drew. We're going to be doing Treasure on a Royal Tower. Yes, as our mod says. You completely threw me off track. Okay, I'm trying to think. Okay, so Monday we will not be streaming. I did cancel that stream, but the next Monday we will be starting Nancy Drew Treasure Royal Tower. However, this Tuesday we will be streaming and we will be doing part 2 of Fear. Alma's pissed and I am scared. So we got that to look forward to. And then on Fridays we will be streaming KOTOR. So we're doing Saturday, that's Freebie Friday, when I stream what I want to stream, even if it doesn't fit one of the other themes. And then Super Saturday, we'll be returning to Quest of Loathing. And once we get through this, it'll probably take us a while, especially if we're actually reading the dialogue instead of skipping over it like I did. It'll probably take us a few days. And then I'll see about getting the DLC for this, and then eventually Shadows over Loathing, which I think looks very fun. I don't know if it's like a Cthulhu kind of thing, a medieval kind of thing. I don't know when it's set, but it looks awesome. And if it's anything like this, it'll be a win. So that is our stream for today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And I will catch you partners in the next stream.